It seems that only raindrops, snowflakes, or hailstones can fall from the sky. Well, it would be great if it were that simple. Sometimes, a beer can, a fish, or an extraterrestrial object can fall to the ground. You will learn about these and many other fascinating objects that have fallen from the sky. Welcome to TopFacts, and these are the astonishing objects that fell from the sky. Enjoy watching, and let's go! It was a typical morning in one of the states in America when something incredible started happening on the main road. Strange boxes began falling from the sky right in front of people's eyes. Initially, no one understood what was happening and how it was even possible. People thought it was parcels from aliens or something along those lines. But when the peculiar rain ended and everyone approached closer, it became clear that it was beer. Yes, a large quantity of beer fell onto the road. Later, authorities revealed that at that moment, a loaded plane flew over the road and experienced control difficulties. In order to perform an emergency landing, the pilots decided to unload the cargo to the maximum and got rid of the baggage. Surprisingly, no one was harmed, neither the people on board the plane nor the drivers below. At times, you don't even have to step outside to witness an extremely strange phenomenon. In this video, a fish fell directly onto a car parked near a house. The whole incident was captured by a surveillance camera. And now I have only one question: how is this possible? Did someone throw the fish out of an airplane again? Or maybe the rain of living creatures, talked about by various mystical channels, is indeed real? Share your thoughts in the comments. In the next video, the object that fell on people turned out to be much larger than a harmless fish. It was a giant black rock, the nature of which remained unknown for a long time. It fell onto the road, and fortunately, it didn't hit anyone. As eyewitnesses said, the object fell from the sky, but not many people believe this version. They think that scientists should have been informed in advance about such a cosmic event, so they consider it nothing more than a well-planned prank. And in some ways, I agree with them. This moment demonstrates that you always need to be alert. Even if you have distanced yourself from the hustle and bustle of the city, squatted down, and plan to take a beautiful picture as a keepsake, you still need to look around. Because at any moment, a snake can fall from above. I don't know if it was a coincidence in this case or if the slithering creature actually planned to hunt the person, but the man managed to push it away in time and get away from there safe and sound. In the following video, witnesses filmed a sand tornado heading towards them. The phenomenon appeared out of nowhere and instilled fear in everyone around. What if it grew and started sucking in objects or even people? Fortunately, these thoughts turned out to be mere conjecture, as the storm lasted only a short while and subsided on its own, causing no harm whatsoever. The next video comes straight from the Arctic, or more precisely, from satellites monitoring that part of the Earth. Researchers discovered a mysterious object there, strongly resembling a UFO. It was round, had large dimensions, and appeared to be stuck between mountains. People haven't had a chance to investigate it personally yet, but initial assumptions and feelings suggest that it could be a groundbreaking discovery that will introduce us to extraterrestrial civilization. However, it is quite likely that people make mistakes. They also thought that there was something extraterrestrial in these frames, but such strange thoughts persisted until Russian scientists intervened in the debate. They explained that it was not a UFO or anything alien, rather, it was just the remains of their satellite that had crashed. Nevertheless, the way it fell looked very spectacular, don't you agree? I would put these frames in a separate frame and add them to a manual on factory work rules. The man who was in this vehicle made just one hasty and wrong movement, and this is what it led to. A whole avalanche of beer bottles fell on him, and surviving that, as it may seem, was impossible. But he managed. The guy stayed unharmed, despite being under hundreds of kilograms of cargo. These frames came to us from the Netherlands, where birds suddenly and massively started falling onto the road. These creatures showed no signs of life, as if something or someone invisible was taking their lives right in the middle of their flight and sending them down to the ground as lifeless cargo. As it later turned out, it was an unsuccessful test of 5G communication, which led to such a local calamity. Fortunately, the researchers quickly stopped these tests and fixed the errors. I don't know about you, but personally, I'm used to seeing only a few frogs around. At most, you might come across one or two near a lake or in the grass. However, this video tells me, buddy, you haven't seen much in life yet. Just look at how many frogs gathered in one place at the same time. Damn, are they going to take over a whole city now? I wonder what provoked them to gather in such large numbers. Could it be weather changes? Remember the first story about the plane having to get rid of its cargo to make an emergency landing? Well, it turns out that wasn't the scariest possible outcome. Sometimes pilots are unable to jettison anything and just have to look for a place to land. At the same time, the airliner is literally falling apart before their eyes, indicating that they have very little time to make decisions. That's exactly what happened in this video when the pilots landed the disintegrating aircraft. Its wreckage was flying all over the area, landing in fields, fortunately without hitting anyone. And the plane itself landed successfully. While the falling parts of an airplane are a dangerous yet understandable and easily explainable phenomenon, this object found in India has left scientists puzzled. People discovered mysterious metallic spheres that fell from the sky. They left clear traces of their descent, leaving no doubt that they came from outside. But what are they and how could they end up in the sky? Scientists still need to find out. If you have any theories, be sure to share them in the comments. The woman in the next video was filming a skyscraper and could never have imagined that she would witness a truly terrifying phenomenon. Unexpectedly, from the sky, or rather from somewhere at the top of the skyscraper, a giant block of ice fell. It may have seemed like it was going to land right on that woman walking below, but luckily, everything turned out fine. I think no one would have had a chance of surviving an encounter with such a huge block of ice. And here, fortunately, nothing fell on people, but that didn't mean less stress or panic. Rather, it was the opposite. People discovered a mysterious circle in the sky, literally woven from fog and smoke. It was unclear what it was. Whether it was something extraterrestrial, or simply a unique and extremely rare phenomenon, or the result of secret government experiments. In any case, people were not given a clear answer to these questions, and the enigmatic ring disappeared on its own after some time. In this video, a man unexpectedly found himself next to a cloud in the middle of a desert. He didn't have to fly into the sky to make everyone's dream come true, quite the opposite, he was completely alone. Without expecting it, he noticed a cloud descending almost right onto his head from the sky. Of course, he couldn't pass up such a stroke of luck. What do you think, is it real? Or did the video creator fabricate the cloud to generate views on the internet? Now, when it comes to the falling object captured by the author of this video, there is no doubt whatsoever that it was a meteorite. The man sensed something approaching from outside and grabbed his camera. As it soon turned out, he did it for a good reason. A tremendously bright and large object emerged from the clouds, hurtling straight towards Earth. Its appearance was accompanied by an incredibly epic, immersive sound, indicating the sheer force of the meteorite. Hold on a moment, I think I found a possible explanation for the fish moment from the very beginning of our episode. It is quite likely that it was ejected from a similar plane that disperses aquatic creatures over rivers and lakes. This is done to support the population of aquatic life. You see, humans aren't just capable of destroying everything, sometimes they also restore what they take away. Whatever the case may be, I certainly wouldn't want to be on the ground at that moment and receive a random fish falling on my face. However, I wouldn't mind being in Norway, as you can witness a similar snowfall there. Can you even see the size of those snowflakes? They're simply gigantic. Who doesn't enjoy looking at clouds? I believe such people simply don't exist. Even pink clouds can be incredibly captivating. But, okay, I might have gone too far. Nevertheless, sometimes you can come across a formation in the sky that you wouldn't want to pay much attention to say the least. Random tourists captured this unexplainable cloud and sent the material to scientists. Surprisingly, nobody could provide an accurate answer to the question, what was that? Some are convinced that it was just a coincidence and another type of cloud. Others think it was a UFO. Yes, nature can be very wrathful at times. And it expresses its dissatisfaction in a very simple and understandable way, making you not want to harm Mother Earth at all. Take a look at what happened in Catalonia last year. Suddenly, a horrific downpour started, accompanied by hailstones of unimaginable sizes. The infrastructure suffered significantly, and there were numerous injuries. According to locals, the hailstones could reach a diameter of up to 10 centimeters. These objects effortlessly pierced through everything in their path. Watching this video is already difficult, and now imagine what it was like for the locals at that moment. So, my friends, these were incredible objects falling from the sky. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see something similar, leave comments, give likes, subscribe to the TopFacts channel, and right now, watch one of the previous episodes that appeared on your screen.